the corner, I thought we could stop and take a moment to take a look at the very first Festival Collection booster release for the overdressed format here in Festival Collection 2021. Possibly one of the worst Festival Collections that we've ever received, and it pales in comparison to the other 3 that we get later on. So this set mainly had upgraded rarities for the start deck cards, which is something that we kind of could use now, as we have several trial deck cards that were released in a very low rarity and have no real way to get them in a higher rarity. So in that sense, it was very well needed. But other than that, the actual cards in this set, new cards, were kind of whatever. And really didn't see much play even when they were released, for the most part, with a few exceptions. As opposed to now, where Festival Collection is the most sought out product in all of Overdress, that even extends over into Premium and is access to many very important staples that expire once the set is no longer available, and makes it very difficult for them to get. So let's jump into this one. So we got ourselves here 2 boxes here, because these are the smaller booster boxes, which have typically they cost $30 something. I think these were originally maybe even $20, because booster boxes used to actually be $40 when Overdress first started. Good times. So these only have 10 packs each, and each of the packs only have 3 cards in them. So we're gonna open up 2 of them rather quickly, especially considering most of the effects are kind of whatever. We have the usual fare. Rip, Vanguard 0, Watch Divines, and we got ourselves here our packs, which are about the same as the cover. They have this sort of like chromatic, or whatever you want to call it, foil to them, which looks pretty nice. We have ourselves here a total of 30 different SPs and 55 triple rares. So every single card in this set is either triple rare or it's an SP. There's no common, there's no rare, there's no etc. as they do now, which are a lot more bloated. So this has a much smaller set list. So you can maybe get 2-3 of these and probably get most of the set list, but then again, the set list, the cards available are available for the most part already, aside from these 3 and a few others. Let's jump and open this. So we got ourselves here the Grade Edge Dragon, which is grade 1 for Dark States here. That just says if you have, when this is placed, if you have 5 or more cards in your soul, discard a card from your hand and retire an opponent's back or rear guard. Got ourselves a critical trigger here for Stored Chaos in the Jackalope, which was in the start deck. And we're going to get ourselves a double rare of the Time Fissure Colossus, which was also in the start deck. Got ourselves another new card here in the Silverhorn Beast Kusi. Koki is what some people call it, but I call him Kusi. So this just says this can't be ridden and can only be called to the back row center, but it is a 15k attacker / booster. Of course, if you can actually get him to the front row to attack with. Got ourselves a triple rare of the Hue Trigger from the Brancade start deck. And we got ourselves an SP here of Aura Battle Princess Reset's Pink, who is hoping would be a Hue Trigger, which is really why I bought this, but it looks really nice here. This of course says on place on Vanguard Circle. Your opponent chooses a card from their hand and imprisons it, and if your opponent has 2 or more cards in prison, this gets plus 2k as a rear guard only. Got ourselves the Hydro Rail Dragon. I believe this was in the start deck, or is that one? Or maybe both. But it just says when this hits a Vanguard, retire it. Choose a grade 3 from your drop and add it to your hand. Got ourselves, ooh, very nice, the Hue Trigger from Keter. And we're going to get ourselves a grade 1 of Steve. Diabolos Bad Steve. Another new card here in this set is the Fizzlefangy Dragon Hungersaurus, who actually gets 5k during your turn, but cannot attack your opponent's Vanguard if your opponent has a front or rear guard.
Perfect.
Ourselves the front trigger here for Branke, and we got ourselves a sunrise egg. You can kind of already tell just from the quality of the guards that this was kind of whatever when it came out. It was nice to get the foil stuff, so I wish they would release side sets like these a lot more often that included upgraded rarities for cards, but we'd have to get in a point where Vanguard can actually sell side sets. So this is the Bowspring of Heavenly Peace Finn here. He just says if you have 3 or more grade 3s, counterblast 1, this guy gets 5k, and if you're Persona Road, draw a card. This is a grade 1 from the start deck here, Cyrus. And then, ooh, very nice. We're going to get ourselves an SP of the heal trigger for Story Chaos. This actually looks really nice. The SPs in this set are insane because they are absolutely, completely frameless, which looks really good, especially for the triggers, which is what I'm hoping to pull mostly of. Look at that. So beautiful. Texture feels so good. Looks so great. Next up, we have ourselves Gold Gaion, who's actually, I believe, sees some play in Premium in Genesis. But this just says when this is placed, Soul Blast 1, call a grade 1 from your hand, and then it gets 5k, the unit you called out.
Perfect.
Ourselves the Squirrel here, draw trigger from Stir Camp. And we're going ourselves a draw trigger for Dark States. I feel like especially now, a set like this would sell really well if it had a good sort of release schedule for when it comes out. We got ourselves Diabolos and boy Jared here, who says act, counterblast 1, soul blast 1, choose one of your opponent's units with Diabolos in its card name and it gets plus 10k. And then when this attacks, if you're in final rush, your opponent cannot intercept at the end of the battle. Got ourselves the Rooks for Bastion, grade 2 here. And we're going to get ourselves the Richard. Diabolos Anger Richard here in SP. Look at how great that looks. Man, back in the day when you can actually pimp out your ride line aside from the grade 3. Good times. Or Battle Princess Spark Limone here. Says when this unit's attacks hits, you choose 2 units from your opponent's drop and put them into prison. So this was pretty strong when it came out, and I don't think it's all too much play for a bit, because I think prison kind of fell off. We got Diabolos Officer Killian here. It looks really cool. And then we're going to get ourselves, yeah, I love this critical trigger here, the Blaze Maiden Zone. Looks so good, even in just the triple rare. Twin Press Smasher. It might be a new card here. This is for Brankgate. It's a grade 2 that says Counterblast 1, rest this, choose one of your opponent's front row units, and retire it. So, kind of whatever. We got ourselves here the draw trigger for Keter, and then finally the front trigger here for Dragon Empire. And we got ourselves the last pack of this first box here. Let's see if we can get ourselves maybe one more SP. We got ourselves more of the cover cards here. Blaze Maiden here. We just Hey, how's it going, everyone? This set also had the purpose of the TD triggers getting without the stupid reminder tucks. Yeah, if only we can get that now. As I mentioned, if we can get something like that. But this is gonna sound like a bad plug, but I don't know any way to share the Mewtwo list I have other than you going to my Discord, because I have it posted there and it's an image. Other than that, I guess maybe I can screen share or something in a second, but alright. Anyways, hey, how's everyone doing today? It is Tuesday. It is the week of a new set, as we're finally getting in English, Divines Set 2. I have a piece of romaine lettuce here that I will aggressively eat, because I've done the classic Curly eats not so stream friendly food right at the start of the stream. Mainly due to the fact that I always stream during like my dinner time. So It is what it is, I guess. The Hero CC's next set after Divine Sound's a promo. It's in the next promo rotation. So this promo rotation is nuts, but it's gonna last until July. August, September, we get the new hero. We get the lyrical vanilla boss. We get the weird mega colony thing, the blaster promo, the like retired dinosaur, and one other card that I'm forgetting. So it's gonna make my wallet cry. We're gonna cook my dress up Lutetia. It's funny that Bushi is forcing us to play her like Leonard events, kind of, yeah. Don't like the LSRs. I had posted that originally before they got released, the stream title, because I just wanted it to not be crazy, and I wanted it to not be some sort of image that ends up some sort of image that makes up the community, you know, do its usual thing like it's already doing right now, and enhance more of the lyrical sigma than it already does. Which it's already doing. I don't think the LSRs are merit that, to be honest, but it's already doing that, unfortunately. So it is what it is. Are they close to each other? Good. Make them as close? No, not really. I want them to be close just so that we can close the gap. I'm just gonna have to. I just realized how much harder it is for me to eat on stream while it's standing. This mic is probably gonna fall into my wings. So I have wings today. Made them myself. Pretty decent. I don't even know if I can call them wings, because they don't have like the wing tip. Cut them off. Either way. Sorry. I am going to dedicate the first 5 or 6 minutes of the stream to just me trying my best to not make disgusting noises as I eat. I put chat so I can stop reading it from here. Read from here where it's a little clearer. Bug Draggle? I think for Buddha Bug or not. Bug Draggle? Oh. The Stoichia doesn't one. Okay. Forget the lyrical chicks. I want the Night Rose sleeves. Yeah, those look really good. I want the Night Rose one and the Coral ones. Not the Prism ones. And I might end up getting the hairy ones just cause, but the dragon is a bug. I mean, because it is a bug. I mean, it's in Stoichia. It has pink. I'm reading Zaru's message. It has bug-like features. It's a bug. I don't think anywhere in the name it says like Destined 1 blah 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 dragon or anything like that. So it's a bug. I was just joining the stream and I'm muted. Yep. I want to, but if I build it, but if I can't build it, what's the point of it? I mean, I usually do the opposite. To be honest, I don't use the sleeves that a deck is for on that deck, right? So like if I have coral sleeves, I probably won't put that on a coral deck. I'll probably use that somewhere else because I find that kind of weird, especially since it's the same art. I have this weird thing about like if I have the coral card in my hand, if I flip it over, it's the same art. It like trips me up. But I don't know, this is me. Closest to a story thing people can relate to. It's a bug, bro. I don't know what you want me to say. Bug's a bug. It looks like a bug. It's in a nation for bugs. Therefore, it's a bug. I don't know. It could be a bug and some other thing, but it's still a bug.
I'm pretty sure they have dragons in Mega Colony. I mean, it's corresponding official Bushiroad deck holders for your Legion Home Advance deck. Yeah. I really like the Bushiroad decks boxes because they're the only decks that I've seen that can fit just about everything. Because they can fit a premium deck, double sleeved with a G zone plus markers and stuff like that, as well as the deck. Obviously, they can fit Shadowverse decks, even with the stupid ass tokens. Love those decks. You want a new Grand for you? Get in line, dog buddy. Flagberg and Barrow first. If Granfia gets a new form before Barrow and Flagberg, I might legitimately quit. Now, the game dynamic ones are fine, but they are pretty tiny emotionally. It's like TCG companies don't realize that everyone double sleeves. So the vast majority, I feel like, double sleeve, and that takes up a lot more space. But I got a new Barrow already. If she comes out in English, yes. But we don't even know if we're getting her in English or even when, right? So, till then, does not count. Barrow about it. Saga still I haven't got an updated grade 3, yeah. Buff Saga out of the 3 of those is definitely gonna get it before Eugene and Barrow. But I'm pretty sure if like Bushiroad had a gun and the gun shoots out a new form and they had to choose between Eugene and Barrow which one of them to give a new form, they would eat the fucking gun and get out of that situation. Yeah, I saw that post about her being like a statue or whatever. I did not understand it at all. But man, for more, I'm still filled with the wild hatred for Bushi for the rose delay. I was a bit confused in the beginning, but I personally think it's fine. Honestly, I think it'll be fine. The gun would be the new guideline. He has the meme factor for him, yeah. That's why they don't make him a new form, because it's a meme. If I ever find that out, man, I would lose my life. I'm a Eugene player. And like I get secret information from the Bushi headquarters. It's just like, sir, we've discovered a new Eugene, grade 3. Should we release it? Nah. The kids love memeing on the original. Hold it out for a while. That would make me into a villain. Even though it's pretty much confirmed in case for Barrow, right? That they see him as a joke. Considering they specifically made that clear in Deer Days. But who knows? Maybe like set 27 we'll get a new form or something. Why is he Bugs Bunny? Well, I mean, he had a gun and he ate it. So that's the only thing Bugs Bunny can do, I guess. Or maybe Kidani ate the gun. It shot inside him. It gave him a new form of Kidani, which is Bugs Bunny. I swear I'm almost done. I swear this won't be the whole stream. I swear to God. But yeah, the strike does get set delay. I think it's fine. Okay, it hopefully means that we'll get set 5 a little sooner. Like if they release that shit in November, not set 5. Yeah, no, yeah, set 5. If they release that in November, that would be great. Because I don't think they'll release set 6. Right, until like maybe December, January, or something like that. So we would be just about caught up. And they could somehow magically do that in November. Imagine how insane that is. With no effort, they just catch up in English. Scared of releasing it so soon because it'll be 2-0. I keep hearing that argument and it makes me so mad because, like, if that's the real reason, don't make it 2-0. Like, they're a professional company. They're fully in control of their actions and their decisions. So why, instead of sidestepping a problem, like it being 2-0, so release it later, how about you just don't make it 2-0, which is fully in your control? Because, motherfucker, you write the cards, you print out the effects. It's completely on you. I don't get it. Gamers try to cook, really just eat. I already cooked and now I'm eating. What's the difference? They cook, they get nowhere. I immediately see the benefits of my cooking. Make it a grade 0? Like Bushi did for Loris? What? She got a new form. Didn't she? I don't know. My G history is a little vague because things were kind of weird in terms of lease in Vanguard 0 because of that. As I mentioned, it was kind of a completely different game. Like up until Legion, it was kind of, well, not even before Legion. Right? I think until Break Ride was kind of pretty close. But once Legion came out, everything was, it like shifted completely different. She released as a starter? Damn, get roasted. I actually had at least 2 strides with her on it, but some chicken bit, not chicken seasoning, I guess, on the ground. Sucks. Did you give me a grade 0 barrel? Make it like the Punk Girls? Or like at the end of my attack, I ride into that and I attack with it. Don't remove the, like, if I ride going second draw effect. That'd be cool. Stupid but cool. Yeah, go. The worst part about this is that I clean the wings, right? I'm not one of those people that just take the 2 bites. Haha, wing is done. I can do this with a bone, but it's very gross to watch. It also takes longer. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, I saw that. That made me so upset. I wish we would stop. Like, I wish they would, like, ironic saying it in its depth. I wish they would somehow acknowledge 0 in an actual way, other than just raiding its carcass for images to use for sleeves. That's the only time that they'll ever do anything with Vanguard Zero, if it's for stupid ass merch or to reuse the images from there and try and make money again for merch. Well, just since I pulled an FFR of him, I actually have the SR of him. I like that better, but the like a DSR, I guess it's what it's called, looks insane. No, keep rating. We need more of those arts to come out in sleeves. You can do that, but actually like pay some respect to the fucking game rather than just fucking rating its corpse. Just rude. And triple rare is pretty fun in Coral. I guess that does work in Coral, right? Because I've been using the A4 large. I've been using the Girl from Set 2 that says like on plays counter plus 1 draw, but I guess that's kind of the same thing. And a soul charge might help, and the fact that it's a grade 2. So I don't know. Maybe I'll replace Fred Jet Pink with it or something. I don't know. It's more than what most gotchas get. Yeah, I guess, but like, come on. I don't know. I know they'll never admit to it, and most people won't admit to it. The community will never admit to it, but I'll be bold and I'll say the thing that no one actually wants to say. But Vanguard Zero literally saved Vanguard. Without that game, during the pandemic, we would not be where we are today at all. I'm not saying the game would have been done, but it would have been completely different times. Azure Hill probably wouldn't be here. I would maybe maybe consider it if like Overdose came out, but like without playing Zero beforehand, I don't know. I should put the Food Clan. The Soul Charge is great for the grade 3. For the grade 3 triple rare support, so you don't need to Soul Blast a Coral. I guess, but random Soul Charge is not very good, so. The way to try Aqua Force into Shadowverse mechanics, the kind holds gimmick is multi-attacking in a game with summoning sickness. So they have cards that have refresh. They have cards that can multi-attack, so that literally restand. So yep. I don't see why that would work. That wouldn't work out. We have Storm and Rush. Oh, alright. I think I've eaten enough. I think you guys enough ASMR. Oh, I've just been here quietly, huh? I don't know how the music stopped. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to just literally eat as your background noise. All the music was fine. I haven't looked at any of the Shadowverse Vanguard cards because I've said it before, to be honest, we don't even know if we're getting it. We're more than likely getting it, but it's probably not going to be like till 2026 or something like that, so the less I look at those right now, the better for me. But Tsukuyumi would be kind of interesting because of the fact that you don't shuffle a lot in Shadowverse. You have a lot of effects that say look at top 5. Pick 2, put the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So you can literally build a stack like Tsukuyumi, so that'd be really funny. They killed the game with greed. It's a little more complicated than that, but yeah, basically. Unfortunately. But realistically, I don't know where the game would have gone from that point. Because, you know, they could have done stuff for V, but like, I don't know if you really wanted to sit through that. Honestly, like some sort of retrain Vanguard Zero as Vanguard Zero. I don't know if that would have worked out. At the time, it was too early for Overdress, so they definitely could have kept the game ongoing. I mean, look at Shadowverse, the mobile game. right? So apparently that's gonna go on for like another year. And they have like, they basically have no content or whatever because they're releasing a new version of the game. So definitely could have gone on for way longer. Could have done something, but oh well. All right, let's actually stream like good streamers do. Shadowverse it's kind of rough, but that's just what locals I attended said. Rough in what way? Because gameplay wise, it's really fun. Card wise, I don't know how to explain it, but the product's pretty good. Opening boxes feels good. Things aren't really anywhere near as expensive as they are in Vanguard for the most part, right? Like we still have some cards that get really expensive, but at the same time, I want to say Bushiroad, but I guess it's side games. I don't know which one it is. Technically, I guess it's Bushiroad, right? But they reprint a lot of the cards that are in the set as promos instead of just making up brand new cards as promo. They reprint all of them as promos, so rough as in player numbers and events. Yeah, that's probably the one thing. Which ironically, I heard that there's apparently like a Shadowverse Evolve simulator that you can play online. I mean, to take a look at that. Maybe we'll check that out on Thursday. But I was thinking like, it's like a really good game. It's just people just aren't playing it. So something like a simulator would really help out the game a lot. Apparently there is one now. So. Alright. Being $20. A card hurts my soul? Yeah. Yep. That's just how it be. But alright, let's actually get into this stream. So today we'll go over a couple things. Well, not too many things, honestly. It'll be pretty straightforward. But we have the Kyoka and Lutetia reveals, which I'm relatively excited for. I always don't read these as in depth. I kind of just copy and paste the text really quickly when I'm making these slides. So I'm interested to see how these play out because these are the two lyrical decks that I play the most, probably. Aside from like Medio, but Medio is a special case. It doesn't really count, but same of a card game based on a video game, yeah. And I always felt weird asking for that, but it's just really hard to test yourself, right? Especially like I was saying, it's just not like a lot of locals and stuff. I mean, there is a couple in my area, but not as many as even as Vanguard, right? It's just really hard to test the game, so being able to do it online would definitely help a lot. So I think if there's a big push and the simulator is good, you might just suddenly see Shadowverse Evolve go from like whatever to like straight up. But before we get into that, we'll do our usual card of the day. We have quite a couple of here. Starting first off here with Dashing Through the Starry Sky, Irumhilda here. So, if you hadn't guessed already by her ghostly, ghastly appearance, she is a Felty Rosa support card. Felty Rosa, once again, is the deck where you focus on using ghost cards and you bounce your rears to call from your drive check essentially another ghost, so you can get multi-attack. This one says here, at the end of the battle this unit attacked, if you have a Felty Rosa in its card name, you may, so you the player, get this effect. So this is something technically like Vladimir could turn off, but it happens during your turn, so it doesn't work out. You choose one of your back row rear guards, stand it, and it gets 5k power to the end of the turn. Then you put this into soul. I think at face value, I don't know what modern Felty Rosa looks like. I think this is really good because it does a couple of things. Felty Rosa needs empty rear guard circles, so this removes herself. Felty Rosa used to have a really big soul problem. This gives you soul. Pretty good just from that, right? The fact that it restands a back row rear guard and gives it 5k is kind of whatever, because you already had a card from set 1 that did that on its own. And you have another ghost that restands whenever you play it, also from set 1. So that effect is kind of whatever, but it seems decent. Whether or not it'll see play is a different story. I live in NY, and the nearest location to me is 2.5 hours away. I guess it depends which part of New York you live in, because I also live in New York. And if you mean just strictly locals, there's quite a couple of around me. Within like an hour away from me, I live in New York City, I guess to be more specific. Yeah, there's at least 5 that I think, get to within an hour. Right, because there's... Yeah, there should be at least 5, because there's next level, there's card quest, there's saga. Well, I can't count saga, right? That doesn't count anymore. So there's next level, there's card quest. If we're talking about strictly playing, not just getting product. Yeah, there's those 2. There's what is it called again? Silk Road. And then there's 2 other ones that I know are nearby that I just don't go to, so I can't really speak to them. So there isn't any that I found. There's a couple on Long Island. I forgot to mention those, right? Yeah, so there's Gotham in Long Island. That was a really nice one, but it just depends where you live and if you have a car. If you don't have a car, then you're not getting anywhere on Long Island, unfortunately. That's just how that part of New York works. But anyway, Tom Date with Filthy Rosa was very happy with this. I love this grade 3 Ghost 23 on turn 3 fills up soul too. Yeah, seems pretty decent. The problem with Filthy Rosa is no longer runs the Eleanor. Yeah, I figured they'd no longer run that. I think they stopped running that a while back, but so you don't need soul as much, I think. First introduced to the new grade 2, so you only need soul when using Diet Land. Also, Filthy no longer needs the Gem Rhine line package, right? Yeah, so you have a couple of cards that actually benefit from using the original Filthy Rosa line, such as this fella here, or this lady, this madam, this dead person here. Variation decorating the Moonlight Aruja here. He did hit the gem package. I made the gem and horrible brick. I only played one of them, but this was like, I felt so smart when I did this way back when, because I didn't read about it, I just discovered it, but other people had done it already, I think. But yeah, I was running that in like set 1 Filthy Rosa with like the original gems. But so yeah, this has 2 effects. When this unit is placed on rear circle, if you have Filthy Rosa, choose a Filthy Rosa and its card name from your drop, and you may put it into your soul. So this counts as either, either the 2 Filthy Rosa grade 3s, or this also counts as your ride line. So, not that bad. Ride line's actually pretty good too. And then we have this effect here that says when it attacks, it gets 5k. And at the end of the battle, choose a Filthy Rosa and its card name from your soul, and you may put it into your hand. Then you retire her. So again, she clears up front row. So you can overcall, or you can, she clears up the front row so you can call her Filthy Rosa. And she has the Persona Ride to hand. Really good. I don't see why this would not be played. I don't know how many copies, but that sounds really good to easily cycle up your Persona Rides. You can technically play the 8 Persona Rides. I don't know. There's some interaction between the new Filthy Rosa and the old one, which I don't remember at the moment. I don't know if there's any benefit to doing that, but you can choose either one. If you get it, you can discard your Persona Rides for... Well, you probably don't, because you probably want to discard Ghost because of the way the ride line works, but yeah. Seems like a really good card to me. Yeah, but the OG Filthy... So yeah, you're talking about like the new gem. I haven't played Filthy Rosa with the new gem. So that's a different story. Put old Filthy into soul to enable 10k. Oh, okay, that's what she does. Yeah. So you can do this super easily, and then also get Persona Rides into hand. There's 3 of you and 30? I have 3 OG. And do you dress up in main deck now? That sounds about right. Depending on space, I guess. I don't know what else you fill the deck up, but this sounds really good. Even if just for the fact that it clears itself and gives you 15k for free. Like, everything about this girl is free. On place, you get soul. And then on attack, 5k she retires and she gets her card. Sounds really good to me. You play the Filthy line as well? Yeah, but the Filthy line is good, I think, right? Like, it's not like amazing, but I think it's solid enough. Especially if you don't have soul issues, I think you plus enough from it, right? Because you can put a ghost on top of the deck, and you can also discard like ghost triggers and get them back from drop. I don't remember what the grade 1 does, but I think it does something similar. So yeah, and you can even add it to hand as like a 5k shield if you really needed to. So But next up, remember something another great thing here. Full of funny. Elora here, who is actually going to be Herminia support. I actually kind of play Herminia, but I haven't looked into this card as much. So let's see. Herminia with rearguard crit +1. Heck yeah. New support 8 down. So when this attacks, if you have Herminia and you're in powerful, so you have no cards in your show, counterblast 1, this gets a crit. You can technically do this twice per turn if you wanted to, so you can threaten with a crit twice, right? Because you can attack with this, attack with Herminia, restand this. She reduce, if depending on which one. I guess they both do technically the same thing, right? Reduce counterblast and then restand her, so she could do it again that same turn. So pretty nice card. I don't know if it'll actually be run. I don't know, but because you're usually your columns are like, it's one column with the really expensive girl that does the drive checks, right? So this would maybe be like the other column or something like that, but it is a grade 3. So I don't know how many of these you would run, but sounds decent. Free real estate, anyone? Yep. Yep, you can get her with Forbidden Doll, yep. Very easily. You can, yeah, there's cards that let you bounce your rears to hand, right? So you can forbid all this and another Herminia, bounce them back to your hand, get Persona Ride for next turn. So yeah, I would say like 2 or something like that, maybe even just 1, especially if you play Forbidden Doll. It's a nice option to have. I just don't know if this is like a key part of the game plan. That's the part that I don't know, that I can't really like figure out, but it definitely seems like a good card to me. If you don't know how the powerful gimmick works, you will be forgiven to think she's overcosted, but her hand at grade 3 makes the cost a non-factor. Yeah, she reduces counterblast if you have no soul, and if you have either no face-up cards in your damage zone, or you have 3 face-down cards in your damage zone. I don't know if it's I think it's the first time for the new one, because I know the old one says 1 rear guard when it restands, or the next time you counterblast, it's counterblast -1. I don't remember the exact wording on the new one, but I think it's relatively about the same. But basically, your next counterblast is free. So, yeah, you do have some pretty good grade 2 options, so that's why I'm not so sure about this. But if there's space, I think it'll be run. The only thing I don't like about this is that we have to run the old Herminia in the ride line to fit the new cards. I was already doing that, to be honest, and I don't know. I feel like that's the right way to play Herminia, personally, because because the new Herminia, her skill only activates, unless I'm remembering this wrong, it only activates when you have 3 or more face down cards in your damage zone. So unless you get your fucking ass beat, you're not gonna be able to use it on your first grade 3 turn, right? And if you're getting your ass beat where you're already at 3, that's kind of rough. And if you're playing to be at 3 every single grade 3 turn that you start the game with, that's kind of rough. Whereas like the new Herminia lets you like play the game a lot more at an even pace, and then you can just ride into her. The new one and have Persona Ride have 4 Persona Rides in deck. And the new Herminia, the old Herminia's skill is still good. You only restand 1 rear, right? But that's still good, especially if it has a crit, right? You can bounce us up Herminia with Liblatia. New one just makes makes the front Lucy. Oh, that's pretty good, yeah. Oh, you run OG still in ride deck, it's a necessity. Yeah, that's how I feel. I know some decks run the new one. I don't know. I know things are a lot more aggressive, so maybe going to 3 is maybe more common, but I feel like you want that to not be the case. But I don't know. That was just strategy, yeah. You're supposed to be that. Yeah, if you're always getting your ass beat, you can go ahead and do that. No lie, Herminia is, in my opinion, is one of the more complicated decks to play, because you have to make sure you sequence your counterblast right correctly, especially like way back when you had to make sure you actually counterblasted everything out and like made sure everything like synced up. Like, it's definitely not like a baby pony deck that you can just pick up and play. It's a very interesting deck. I like it a lot. But next up, we have Wishing Upon the Water Surface Lalako here, whose art is kind of strange to me, not gonna lie. There's a lot going on. I don't like I think it's mainly the color of her bow, right? Like, I don't like the color of it. It kind of bothers me. I don't know what the fuck this is. But I just wish this was a different color. And then she has like a tail. And it's a little confusing because like, I don't know. Cause like this here, it looks like she's just wearing like a glove, a really long glove. And boots. But it's the same fucking color as her tail. So I'm thinking like this is her actual skin. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard for me to ascertain which way it actually is. If you can run dress up Herminia in ride deck, you gotta run at least 3 of the OG, and it makes the main deck awkward. Nah, you don't need any of the main deck ones, I think, at that point. Better Helpa. I don't know if she's better Helpa. She's alright Helpa. She's a war beast. Yeah, but it's just the fact that they should have just gone all in and made that like her actual skin. But like, it's kind of hard for me to tell considering they try to make it look like clothes. So I don't know. But yeah, I think this card is decent. So she has once per turn Soul Blast 1, and she gets 5k power to the end of the turn. So that's alright. So it's actually playable in other decks. Whether that's important, who knows, right? We've seen that with I keep forgetting her name, but the card that's played, the one that gives you drive checks, how it's played in Vermont. You know, that's like $20 now for no reason, just because she has a simple ability to Soul Blast 1 and give 5k to the Vanguard. Who knows, right? But that's an otter in a dress, essentially. Yeah, honestly, yeah, that's honestly probably what the case may be. That's legit probably what it is. Yeah, since you have like what look like ears here, right? But then like they make it look like it's part of it. Like it looks like she's literally an otter trying to seem human, right? Because like she has these like fake gloves that's really her skin. She has these fake boots that's really her skin. She has these ears, her real ass fucking ears, that she has like, it's like, oh no, it's just a cute cat girl headband, but it's like my actual fucking ears, right? And then she's just got a whole ass tail that she just like gave up and trying to hide. But anyways. Then she has the powerful effect where if she attacks, if you have no soul, no cards in your soul, so powerful active, you counter blast 1 energy blast 3 to draw, and she gets plus 10k power. So she's alright. The thing I liked about Helpa is that she gets the power for free. So I was actually messing around with Helpa in other decks. So I was actually using her in Relay. That's what I was trying to remember the last name. So I was actually messing around with her in Chris Rain. Because I was using a really super aggressive build of Chris Rain, where I was using like Stegria and a bunch of other cards, and I would like empty out my soul. So to then get like a strong attacker, I would play Helpa, right? Because she would be essentially 18k for free. Whereas like here, you have to counter blast 1 and energy blast 1. I know the energy blast part, the counter blast part gets nullified, right? By the fact that she works with Herminia. But it's kind of sucks. Also, you can technically do this twice, right? Because she attacks, then you restand her, do it again, but that's energy blast 6. You do get 2 cards out of it, and she becomes 30k, but that's a lot. So I don't know. How do you afford counter blast 2 in Chris Rain though? I would just not. You can't. No, for Helpa, I would just not use her other skill because you can't. So it would just be that she just would have 18k, would have no soul. That's it. Most expensive man deck. I don't know about that. During an LSR art of all time, yeah. That's one way to put it. But card's good. Helpa's free, but I'm pretty sure this will be played over Helpa, so my point is mute, honestly. So enjoy the auto roll, I guess. As we go over next into We Wish Together Amicia here, who is friends support. I think the friend support is actually pretty good, to be honest. I don't know if it like elevates the deck, but I think it's pretty solid from what I remember. But she has the friends keyword, so anything in the same column, they both become friends. Then she has a skill that during your turn, if you ever have Fortia on grade 3, and she's a friend, all your units in the same column as this unit get 5k power. That's like fine. I wish she gave it to like everyone or like the front row or something like that, but that's okay. You can power up Fortia at least, so that's decent, right? Yeah, 10k to a column, so not bad, not bad. Sucks that it stocks to grade 3 also, right? If this was usable early, that'd be kind of cool. Not gonna lie, that'd be really cool. But because you kind of want to run the deck really aggressive, because once your opponent can get going and retire your board, it's really hard to come back. So you want to be as aggressive as possible. This does not let you do that. But oh well. Place is Juliana. I don't remember who that is, to be honest. But next up, we have lined up in the sky Ravana here. He's gonna be the double rare. Has a friend's ability, but also says when this is placed, you Energy Blast 3. Choose a card from your drop with the friend ability that has a different name from this card and add it to your hand. Pretty cool. Hopefully they get like a friend PG or something like that, but we'll see. Ladder is your friend. I mean, yeah, if you can get it. And you finish the game before the effect wears off. Yeah. The mermaid. Oh, okay. I thought that was her, but I was confused why we were breaking her up. Because he doesn't work with her. But with Stalos. I don't think she. I mean, I guess technically it could, huh? Hold up now. Wait a minute. You can just revive any friend. Just on place, revive any friend. Hold up. Wait a minute now. You can play this in any deck. You just have to play a friend package. And you just get free revival. No? It doesn't say you're not locked to Fortia. I mean, I don't think the friend package is really that great, but I could be wrong. But yeah, you can just revive anything and well, not revive, you add it to your hand, which might be better. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, that was like way back when. You have Melty. I guess, yeah, you can get Melty back from hand, which she has to be on place from hand, right? You can for free get Melty back. Yeah, you can't get Stalos because Stalos doesn't have the friend ability. But you can use, yeah, Stalos to get her, who that says on place, Energy Blast, and then call something else out, yeah. Or add it to your hand. So you can play Melty and then call something else out and draw. Fortia, yeah, you can get the Fortia. Yeah, this is really good. This is like I'm pretty sure this is a 4-up. It sucks that she's a grade 2. Because you don't really want to attack with this. She doesn't fucking do anything. Right? If this was a grade 1, it would have been insane. Because you just have this in the background and she can boost a strong attacker. But the fact that she has to take a front row spot kind of sucks. Presumably, right? You know, because stops any more calls from drop. She stops any more calls from drop? What do you mean Stalos does? Does Stalos do that? You get locked out of calling stuff from drop? Is that a thing? Let me check. Yeah, you can use this because this brings it back to your hand, so you'll be fine. Is that really what Stalos does? I don't know if I've ever doubled Stalos in a turn, to be honest, but if I did, I might have done a little bit of cheating. I don't know. I'm just looking at deck log, trying to find Stalos, and I don't really want to type her name in. She says, if you call, you cannot call from drop until the end of the turn. Yeah, I guess he does, huh? Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know they had that kind of cards with that kind of restriction. That's funny. But this still works out with Stalos. You can still add something to hand. You can't just like, you can't add a Stalos either way, right? Yeah, so this adds to hand, and Stalos does not have the friend ability, so it's not like you can loop it somehow. So that doesn't matter. So there's still a lot of potential with this. I'll have to honestly look in and see if there's like a friends engine that you can do something with, because that's kind of nuts. They don't really do a lot of cards that you can play in decks like that. So that's kind of cool. Alright, so we'll get into the actual reveals from today now. Go Reluticia and Kyoka. I'll plug the Discord real quick. I've started a new Discord. for the channel. We've been out for like a week now. It's been a lot of fun. Just talking with everyone, especially as the reveals come in, right? But I'm hoping I'll be promoting it a lot on stream, but I'll be promoting it also in videos and in other places, just because I'm trying to get some people in. Because I have a lot of things I want to do, but mainly I want to see if we can start doing some tournaments, maybe some like locals. I think that'll be kind of fun. That's always been like my goal, to have some sort of like locals in the game, in the Discord, especially for people that sometimes can't go to certain locals. I think that'd be nice. You can put it into Highlander deck Petroka. Yeah, but you'd have to play something with friends. Like Highlander Petroka with friends is kind of funny because there's a lot of friends cards, but I don't know if you actually benefit from that. So once they release like a really good, decent friends card that's also kind of generic, that's not melty, that does something good, then maybe we'd have the ball rolling here. But yeah. Chat's embrace lyrical and beating allegations. You can play Melty. Yeah. I feel like Melty's kind of ass, so that's why I'm kind of like, because I know she's like the only other good generic. I mean, technically all the friends card are kind of generic, but she's like the only good one. But she's kind of ass. She's kind of ass. People are traumatized by Lutetia. Yeah, they're scared of fat ass titties. Couldn't be me. As you also logo, we're sure new is banned. Yeah, we could do that. Honestly, that's one of the things I really want to do, is like not custom tournament, but I guess custom formats, right? So I've talked that we want to do like, you know, NCFA probably, like going back to older formats with like Break Ride, Legion, stuff like that. But we can definitely do, you know, stuff where we just ban Shiranui and actually play Vanguard for fun and stuff like that, right? Or we could just do we can come up with our own tiering system, and we have like a week where we just use like tier 3 decks or stuff like that. So that'd be dope. It's only the new ride line and a new prison left, right? Yep, these are the last of the dress up cards, unless there's something else in the set. But yeah, it's just prisms, and then, which I think is this week, this Thursday, right? They're doing prisms. Or no, they're doing the new girl, the bird girl. They're doing her this Thursday. That's cool. Yeah, we could have an Edison format for Vanguard. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. That's the goal. So if you're interested in that, join the Discord. I know Nightbot has been posting it a bunch, but I'll tune it down a little bit. He's coming up a little bit more often than I thought. Because it's supposed to be like every, well, I guess it hasn't. It's supposed to be every like 25 minutes or something like that. But yeah. DCM, we have 2 Battle Lutetians already. Yeah. We're doing Legion this week. Oof. That'd be interesting. I've been doing format tournaments in my Discord for the past month or 2. Yeah. Funny how Lyrical got a bird deck before nature. Yep. Or Sturk, yeah, yep. But alright, let's get into these reveals. So we have a convivial evening rest guy here. So I'm a huge, I don't want to say simp, because it's gonna be misconstrued no matter how I say it. But I really like Kyoka as a deck. I'm really interested in this. I don't think there's any cards that we can fit into the deck, but we'll see here. So this says that when this unit boosts, if you play in a magazine order, choose one of your cards from drop, put it to soul, and this is 5k power. Yeah, I think I glanced over and saw a lot of them had like putting stuff into soul, which is fine. Like, you had somewhat of a soul issue, but I feel like they focus on that too much here. But all this does is a grade 1 that puts a card from soul, from drop into soul, and gets 5k, which is decent. Fuzzy advertised a Legion format and never advertised it. What do you mean? How does he advertise it and never advertise it? That doesn't make sense. How do you advertise something but never advertise it? That doesn't make, that's the oxymoron. That's a double, I don't want to say double negative, but they cancel each other out, no? I'm excited for Stachita, Bird Girl. Read her lore and the units are fun to me. I saw the lore, but I didn't actually read through. I just saw all the images, and they're like these crazy high resolution images. Me and Boyang were talking about it in the Discord, but I actually have the images, so maybe if we have time, maybe we can look through it. I don't know. But yeah, I'm super excited. I mentioned it, I think, last time, but I'm super excited for her. She looks super cool. And because her name is Stagita, which sounds like Sagittarius, and I'm a Sagittarius, So I'm psyched for that. But we'll see. This grade 1 is unplayable with the new Kyoka. No need for her. You got enough soul. Yeah, that's what I found. Like, I don't think there was really that much of an issue with soul, especially with the grade 3 that we got last in set 2. Divine set 2. I don't see the point of this. But I got main set 2 support and a new dress up bonker support. Yep, they do indeed like the yoga girl. Let's see what they cooked with her LSR art. Yeah, I don't like her LSR art too much, to be honest. It's kind of whatever to me personally. This girl's kind of cute, but this is photogenic finder Terran here. So one, this is grade 2, where if you play the magazine, she gets 5k. So that's fine. If you want, you can play the magazine turn 2. Have yourself a nice little boost, a nice little attacker, right? Because if you have another grade 2, you can give something 10k, so she can become 25k. So that's kind of nice. Then it says, if you play a magazine in order this turn, Energy Blast 2 and put this into Soul. So you can do something interesting where like you can have the requirements of different cards with different card grades on board, and then you can like remove her. So you can use her as the grade 2 and remove her. But grade 2s is like the easiest because you have the 2 restanding girls, so kind of weird. But yeah, so you can Energy Blast 2, put her into Soul. Look at the top 7, choose up to 1 unit that's not her, call it. So this can extend into something else, which is nice. Or a magazine and reveal it and put it into your hand. So that's kind of nice, right? So if like you don't see Archit, you can play this. If you, for whatever reason, find space for this in the deck, you can play this. Then you play your order, you do your thing. Still don't have Archit after you draw. Then you can go ahead and put this into Soul. Look at top 7. Hopefully get your Archit from that, right? Of course, you lose the 10k because you already played the magazine order, but that's decent. And if you still don't have Archit, she still is a 20k total because, well, actually, I don't know. The old Kyoka gave 5k to front. I have to see what the new Kyoka does. But she's like fine. I don't know about triple rare per se, but she seems okay. Yeah, I don't know why Discord keeps spamming the, or Nightbot keeps spamming the Discord. Sorry about that. There was stagger for Kyoka. Yeah, no, you don't really play those in that. But with that said, we've got here the new Kyoka here. Kind of really like her new art, to be honest. I don't really like too much of the original Kyoka's art, and I kind of really like this one. So we have hashtag make a wish Kyoka. So first, she is a dress up with the original hashtag make a trend Kyoka. So they count as the same name, you can persona write as them, etc, etc. Next, during your turn, if you played a magazine order this turn, all your front row units get 5k power, so she has the same skill as the original in that regard. But also, if your opponent's grade 3 or greater, all of your units with Kyoka in their card names can attack from the back row center column and get 5k power. So that's really interesting. I don't know how I like that, because currently what I do in a Kyoka turn is, for like set 2, is I'll play the new magazine, I'll call back the grade 3 from set 2, and I'll call back like an Archit, right? And I have a board where it's like 2 Archits or whatever in the front, and then 2 grade 1s, one of them being the one you draw with, and the other grade 1 being the one that you get an order back with. Then I'll play the other magazine, because the first one, the new one lets you play a second one that turn. So you get all the effects. You can, since you have 2 grade 1s, you can draw 2, discard 1. Since you have 2 grade 2s, you can put 10k on something. And since you have 2 grade 3s, you can countercharge 1. Then you go to battle. You put the new grade 3 into Soul to draw 1. So that gives you the Soul for Archer. Also, you draw a free card. And you can easily Soul Blaster out with Archer's skill, and then use the grade 1 to then get back the new magazine order to then do that loop again. So then now that removes that nice little interaction, but it gives you an extra attack. So I guess getting an extra attack that's 18k is better than getting free soul and draw. I don't know. She joins the prestigious 6 attack club. Yeah, she does, technically. You actually get some power if you call Kyoka ride line now, at least. I guess that's true, yeah. When Graham Grace is a new trend in Lyrical? Yeah, kind of. So this effect is alright. I just really like the new grade 3 from set 2, so it sucks that she might get the boot now. But then she says, act once per turn on Vanguard Circle. Show Blast 1, Energy Blast, or Energy Blast 2. So that's sick. So you can definitely save on Soul like that. You choose a grade 1, 2, or 3. Look at the top 5. Choose a unit that is that grade, and you can add a magazine card. So before it was you would choose one or the other. You would call the grade, and then you look at top 5, choose a card with a unit with that grade, or you get a magazine. Now you get both. So that's really good. So now you're encouraged to play. So the list is basically 4 Arche, 4 maybe I guess probably 4 of the old Kyoka, 3 of the new Kyoka, and then 4 of each magazine. So you can basically always get a hit from this. That's the full effect. So she's definitely a slight upgrade, and this has been a trend that we've been seeing for all of Lyrical 4, where they're all like minor upgrades, nothing crazy. The only one that was crazy was the Michu one, because she's like the Cross Rider variant, but they've all just been slightly better versions of the original ones, but nothing like insane, right? I feel like the original dress ups for the set 1 girls were a lot more, like they did a lot more in comparison, but that might just be because they, you know, were upgrading cards from the very first set. But it just feels like they kind of play exactly the same, just slightly better. She's the second line that doesn't need the OG Kyoka. Yeah, technically you don't have to play her. I guess you can call your Persona rides to back row, or if you get a handle on your ride deck, you can do that. So that's that. But you'll probably end up doing that anyways, playing the old Kyoka just to be able to attack in the back row. But who knows? Big power buff, of course it sucks. Yeah, so that's why I don't know how I feel about it just being an 18k attack. She doesn't give 5k to the back row either or anything like that. So that's that kind of sucks. You don't want to like use the magazine that can give 10k to give it to the back row Kyoka, even though she's going to be 28. You'd rather give it to the Archer because the Archer can restand, right? She can swing for like 40 sometimes. So that's that. It's definitely an upgrade. I'd like to see how it, you know, it fleshes out once I get my hands on her. But, we'll have to wait and see. But alright, with that, we'll go on to Lutetia, the other deck that I really like playing from Lyrical. We have Stay Awake Carvia here, who's a grade 1. It has 2 effects. First one is if you played a curse play, she gets 5k. Cool, not bad. Then she says, you can discard this to choose a curse play from your drop and add it to your hand. That is pretty damn good, especially when you see the next card. That is pretty good on a rare, right? Very easily get one of your curse plays back. You can, if you wanted to, you can play Vash Blonde in the deck now, right? So blast out one of your curse plays, put them right back into your hand, play them again. Pretty good. And then she's a 5k attacker or booster. That's a really good rare. I don't know if it'll play. Possibly for that second skill, you'll probably play this, but pretty good. Then we have this insane card here. Cherish Starlight Reshelto here. So her first skill says, when she is discarded from your hand by a card's ability this turn, if you have a Vanguard with Lutetia in its card name, Energy Blast 3, draw a card. So you can discard this girl for this girl's effect, get back a curse play, then you Energy Blast 3 to draw a card, or you can just use her when you discard for a ride. So they gave her an energy cycler that works during, like, outside of ride phase. The only thing is that you can't guard with this. That's kind of good. That's kind of good so far, not gonna lie. Like $204 more expensive. I mean, the reason that Lutetia was really expensive, aside from the fact that she was good, is that she also played Eureka. That was really the main problem. But then she also has a second skill that says when you play a curse play, you can counterblast one, call this from your drop, and it gets 5k power. She does it all, man. She's a combined rusher in a dress. Gotta play the demon lolly. Oh, the one from set 4 that's like look at top 7. I guess you could. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that was a decent card anyways, so. Yeah, this is pretty nuts because she discards also, right? If I remember correctly. So, yeah, you will not see any problems not seeing your curse play orders now. That's for sure. And yeah, you could maybe still play Preciosa. I don't know, but yeah. Basically, yeah. Dote and address is incoming indeed, because we have none other than the new Lutetia here in Rive. Otuli Lutetia. I hate that they've strayed away from like her occult theming, right? And it's just the dark skin girl with huge cities. But first effect, she has a. It's funny because this is the first time we've gone up to like I think 7 into how much I've split up the effects. But first effect, you know, you can dress up with the original one. Second effect, she says this card can only be written from a grade 3 unit with Lutetia in its card name. So this means, yeah, the artwork is really pretty. So this means I like it a lot more than the original one too, because the original one was kind of like, eh. But this means you can't ride the grade 2, ride from the grade 2 Lutetia into this. You have to play the original one and then go into this one. Yeah, she does have a bit of a text blanket, unfortunately. But the thing is, like, I don't know. You can see more of the art, right? Because they, like, put the art more up than they did with Michu. Whereas, like, Michu, you can only see, like, her finger, like, it cuts off here, right? So you just see her face and her finger. But here you see basically Lutetia's whole body and the rest of the card. So. My friend, I sold my LSR to is thrilled. He's still running that ride line. Yeah, because you just need one of it. So. Yeah, so this is like a essentially like a cross ride, right? Except you can't skip into it yet. Then this says when this is placed on rear, on Vanguard, search your deck or drop for 1 curse play, reveal it, put it to your hand, and shuffle your deck. Again, you will have 0 issue finding your curse play orders now. You will always be able to play them. I'm pretty sure you will always meet the requirements. Requirements of which are, so once per turn, you can counterblast 1. And this gets all of the effects until the end of the turn, according to the number of curse plays in your soul. So 2 or more, all of your frontline units get 10k power. That's really nice because this is already a Persona ride, right? Because she shares the same name. So when you, on your turn 4, when you ride into this, you get Persona ride, and then you get another stack of Persona ride, right? Then she says, at the end of the battle that she attacks, if you have 4 or more, you can discard 1, restand, she gets -1 drive. So basically exactly the same as her effect has always been, right? The only thing is that you don't draw a card. Before it would be 5k and you draw for having 2 or more. Now it's you get 10k, which kind of sucks. Unless I missed it, but this does not let you draw, right? But if you have 6 or more, you don't lose drives by this unit's effect. So you won't draw a card, but you get 4 drive checks now. And here's the giant text blanket in 1 image that hopefully you guys can kind of read, but pretty good. She's basically Dote, yeah. And you can discard the Combined Rusher to draw a card. She doesn't call herself out like the one Dote promo, but you can discard her for this effect and then Energy Blast 3, draw 1. Pretty good. And font, essentially, yeah. I mean, there's no other way that I can fit it all on screen. But we're testing 10 curse plays. 10 seems to be the spot. Yes, 3 OG, 3 of the promo. I'd probably play 4 of the promo, to be honest. I feel like that one's better than the original one. The original one is like okay, but yeah. It's just Soul Charge 1 to call something out from Soul. You really want a Soul Charge, I think. I don't know. Only 20k with Persona a week, yeah. 33k and I get essentially 2 Vanguard swings, yeah, get wrecked. So pretty good. Not gonna lie, pretty good. Pretty good. What do you think of all the supports for the set 3 girls? At the very least, they're decently playable, so that's nice. Yeah, they aren't. I don't know. This set is kind of weird because before Coral, even now with Coral, after I have played Coral myself at CFA and tested it a little bit, this set is a weird one because I don't know if it's gonna sell well, right? Because all of the support the girls have gotten, even if just strictly speaking about the new dress ups, it's like fine. Like if you play the deck, you have no choice but to get this support because it is good, right? It takes your deck up a level from wherever it was before. It takes it up a level, but they aren't like crazy strong for the most part, right? They're all pretty decently balanced. I think they aren't super strong. Kyoka and Michu seem strong. Lutetia seems decent. The rest are kind of eh. Yeah, like Lutetia seems fine. She's probably going to be really good just by the sheer fact that she's literally Dote. Dote is good by the fact that he's Dote. She does Dote things, good. And her other 2 cards are really good. Lutetia was already good, so I'm pretty sure Lutetia is good. Michu seems really good. Really good, right? I originally said Michu was the best in the set. Then they revealed Coral, and I was kind of like, all right, Coral's definitely the best one. Then I play tested Coral, and she's like good, but she's not like as insane, I think, as like she may be led off to believe. When is this coming out in English? September 27th. Mediel is still the worst. So in comparison to everything, I think Mediel might be the worst. I don't know if Hazoreed is better than Mediel. Mediel is definitely in a better spot, right? She's a much better deck, but in comparison, she's probably the weakest out of all this. Possibly, I don't know. I did do some crazy testing, and I might have cracked the code on her, but I don't know. Leafia is also another one that she's definitely better, but I don't know if she's like the best in set or anything like that. She's definitely in the middle, might be through the lower half. I don't know. I really think she's missing one piece, but it's Coral, so I love her regardless. Yeah. I feel the same way. She's definitely Coral. It definitely doesn't seem like instantly out of the box. It doesn't feel like Prisms essentially, right? Where in set 4, local 4, you played Prisms for the first time. It's like, oh no, this deck is good. Oh no, this deck is good, right? It didn't feel like that. It kind of felt like, yeah, this deck is all right. So I'll get this set just for Coral. Me too. I was already planning on getting this set because I like a lot of the set 3 girls, but I just don't see how this set is gonna sell, considering these aren't going to shake up the status quo, right? I'm not saying every set has to be power crap, but I guess because it's a lyrical set, they expect it to sell just because of that. But unfortunately, outside of Japan, Vanguard players hate women for whatever reason, so I don't think this is going to sell well. And then there's the fact that Ek had mentioned this before, is the fact that, yeah, I guess Prisms might be crazy busted. But then again, we already have Prisms, so it's not like it's a brand new deck. So, I don't know. But yeah, something that Ek had alluded to before is that, like, basically all of these cards, minus like the few that we pointed out today, all of these cards are archetype locked, right? So it's not like you can open a pack, be playing 1 or 2 lyrical girls out of like 40 or maybe 20, I guess it's more accurate, and then actually use any of those cards in any other decks, which kind of sucks. We still have like a lot of commons and rares they have to reveal that are not maybe archetype tied, but yeah, opening product for this might be kind of rough. I don't know, but maybe I'm wrong. Set sold really well due to the nostalgia of our Emperor Kyote. No, I don't know. I don't know how that set did, to be honest. Because presumably the nostalgia cards in Venus Lukier and Ayusha, they're not like crazy strong in terms of like their place in the format. Everything else in the set is like fine. There's certainly some good stuff in that set, like Arkwright's really good. Shoujoji is really good. So it might have sold really good because of them, specifically, because those decks are really good. But there's also a lot of stinkers, like Koto Blaze is really stinky. Buddha Bug or Stoiracha is solid. What else is in that set? And then yeah, the Vispo collab is really good, but again, we don't know if we're even getting that. So it's good that they when they designed Coral, they had future support in mind, which they can't come day one. So I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. I'll open Bushi. Yeah, I mean, if she gets future support, that I wouldn't mind. But she definitely doesn't seem like super crazy tier 1 out the box, which is fine. Did we talk about the new generic triple rare yet? That card is interesting, but I failed to see which deck she fits in. That's right up next slide. It should be. They have so many unusable fish cards from trying to pull a Crispina in vain. Yeah. I still no idea how to pronounce that name. Stoiracha. I think Azim is the one that taught me how to say that. I'm gonna stick the triple rare in Coral if she get more supports. Yeah, maybe. Speaking of which, here she is. So we got ourselves a not grade 1, but a grade 2 generic card for Lyrical here. That might not actually be that expensive for once. So this is a Little Demonic Method Valfear here. It has 2 skills. First one says, when is this place, you may Soul Charge 1. You know I love me my May Soul Charge 1. Then Counterblast 1, draw 1. So you can play this Soul Charge 1, then Counterblast, draw 1. You can play this Soul Charge 1, don't Counterblast. You can play this, don't Soul Charge, Counterblast 1, draw 1. Or you can play this, don't Soul Charge 1, don't draw 1. Pretty nice. And then after that, it says that when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, if you have a card in your soul with the same card name as your Vanguard, she gets 5k. That's a really dumb restriction for a generic card. This should have at least been 10k, considering that this is locked to going second, and you already have a card in your soul with the same name as your Vanguard. Granted, with the dress-up cards, this is a lot more common and possible, but just a 15k attacker for going second, I don't feel like that's really... I feel like they dumbed her down. That should have been 10k, personally. Or she should have gotten 5k and boosted. One of those two. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's the stigma with Lyrical is. Surely it's not just because they're all girls, right? Maybe we're gonna trauma or something like that. It's a combination of both. Because we literally had people, maybe not last stream, but the stream before, basically saying like they'll play Lyrical if there were men in Lyrical. And I was like, so you just don't want to play with them because they're girls? And then there are some people that have stuff that happened with the Bermuda Triangle that they're passing on to, unfortunately, Lyrical. So Eureka are literally made for each other? Yeah, I guess you're right, huh? This makes Eureka free because you can Soul Charge 1, Counterblast 1, draw, Soul Blast 1, bounces back to your hand. Do it again next turn. Same levels of Bermuda favoritism from before, and it carries them into Lyrical. Oh no, they get support sometimes. Ooh, and sometimes their decks are good. Ooh, that never happens to any other nation or any other deck ever. Everyone else doesn't get support. Oh, boo. Come on now. Oh no, they have a lot of ride lines. There's a lot of different decks to play in this nation. Boo, boo. That makes me upset that this other part of the game is getting different stuff, but not the one that I specifically like is getting everything. Boo! Why doesn't Dragon Empire have 5 more dragons? Boo! There's a lot of Lyrical cards though, because I make tier list templates, right? And I have a image for each grade 3. I have a square for each grade 3 that has an effect. Vanguard Circle, including if they got like an upgraded form. And I just put in Luthecia, and she's number 40. Whereas like all the other ones, some of them are getting close to like, I think some of them just reach like 20. But of course, they have upgraded forms. But definitely, yeah, they have a lot of ride lines in Lyrical. I really hope they stop making new ride lines because they just can't support all of them. They have to just stop Like, I hate the fact that they made that new dumb cat girl. But hopefully they just trickle down, make a lot less ride lines for Lyrical, make everyone else catch up. We'll see. I'd play Lyrical if it was simpler. That's why I love Coral. What do you mean? They're just dumb. So it's a skill issue. That's why you don't play Lyrical. Get out of here, bro. Don't you play Gear Chronicle and do all these fucking time leap shenanigans? Get out of here. Telling me Lyrical's too complicated. Man, don't give me that. Over here skipping turns and shit. Fucking building your deck so when you look at the top 4, they're all a different grade. Get out of here. Cause that's just easy. Get out of here with that. Alright, clip that guy. The card fight is good. I want LSL, but the set 2 happened, and I wanted for now. Different fight happened. I mean, a different fight had nothing to do with that. Stegro was was expensive way before them. We need 100 ride lines for each nation, so we have 600 decks to play overall. That sounds asinine. Imagine that. It's like 2030 overdress or standard is still going strong. We have 100 ride lines. That is wild. That is more than Yu-Gi-Oh decks, I think. 1,000 is a goal. That's more. That's about as many as each Pokemon that exists. That's wild. But yeah, that's literally more than every feasible Yu-Gi-Oh deck or like archetype, which is insane. And that game is twice as old as Vanguard. Coral save this nation for me. I just hope my wife likes playing it so I can build it too. Night Punk Girls is a target. If some secret circumstance happens again, I'm gonna be mad. I wonder if they'll support them in this set. The depressing, man. I love her so much, but her support is so ass. I don't know. I feel like Alice was fine. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I remember her support this set I think wasn't very good. I don't think the deck is that bad, right? So, I don't know. Playing one of the Alice the triple rare was over $20. I still don't know years later. I mean, she got reprinted, right? That was the one that got reprinted as a box topper. She should be like cents now. So I don't know why it was expensive before, to be honest. I think it's just originally she was the deck that everyone liked when they just saw the art. She was like really cool. But it is what it is. If we made it to 100 ride lines without rebooting the game, I'd be honestly like, if we at a normal pace, right? If we're not just fucking pumping out 10 ride lines every set, if we had a normal pace, make it to like about 100 ride lines, every nation, like even 50 ride lines each nation, like that is crazy. And the game is still like playable. That's crazy. Like people still play the game in terms of playable. That'd be insane. That we have that many different cards. Insane. But she's good, but she requires too much. She requires more work than the payoff offers. Is it really that much work though? 50 is foreseeable. 50? I think we only have like 20 maybe tops. No, not even. Like, it depends on how you count round lines, right? So if you count an original card and its upgraded version as one ride line, then we have a long way to go. If you count them as separate ride lines, then we're a little bit closer. So it kind of depends. There goes 25 already, yeah. I will still be keeping my Fortia and Felty Rosa decks. We hit 100. Combination of cards is a ride line if you're brave enough. Yeah, technically, right? So, Bag had to vote. That's wild. Glad to see her back. Not that there's anything wrong with voting. That's just I just would never thought I would have read that on stream. So, but I don't mean that in a bad way. But alright. Yeah, so that's this girl. The last thing we have is just here's LSRs, which everyone said their thing about. I won't indulge on it for too long. The one thing I will say, I don't like the Kyoko one at all. I'll definitely be getting the original one. It just looks odd to me. She's like, I don't like how she's like crooked and shit. I I don't think the Lutetia one is as bad as people are making it seem like. It's just a girl with big titties in a bathing suit. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. People are making it sound like she has fucking, like she's doing the fucking spread eagle pose from Danganronpa or something. Like, it's just a girl with big titty just chilling. It's not that big of a deal. Right? They could have definitely done worse. Could have not been in a swimsuit. I don't have control over that. I won't be getting this because it'll be $1,000, so it doesn't really matter to me either way. So, keyboard, please don't do that. Please don't do that. If I catch anyone ever doing that, I will instantly ban you for life. That's just weird. They're not even like, they're just there. But yeah. Right, Shadowverse Evolves getting an entire set of this. Yeah, I just find it funny how like it's kind of different for that I posed this, but like people want that to happen in Vanguard, but then they do it in Lyrical and they get mad. But I know part of it is because like, oh, whatever. Moving on. We have some new sleeves that we've kind of already talked about. You know, we've got the Stride deck set ones. I don't know if they're going to be in the Stride deck sets themselves, like the premium version. I don't know, or they're selling these separately. I'm assuming they're in the set. But we raided the corpse of Vanguard Zero to get some Ami and Luna sleeves, and then we have some Prisms and Coral sleeves. Feels out of place here. Yeah, I don't like the swimsuits. It feels unnecessary. I had hope when they showed the Medio one and she was not in a swimsuit, but I guess technically she was. But I just don't like that they had this like Shrine Maiden whatever theme, festival theme, and it's just like, fuck it, bikini. So whatever. It made sense when it was like the summer set, like yeah, that's what you do in the summer. But honestly, I just don't know Japanese culture that well, that you go to a festival or our Shrine Maiden and you just go in bikini afterwards. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. I don't have any control over it. I can't do anything about it. Yeah, we got rose sleeves. This Phantasm looks amazing. Yeah, I like the original art a little bit more, but she's pretty cool. I like the new Night Rose art too. She looks really cool. There's just been in merch, not in the cards. In merch? Ironically, they don't. Oh no, they did that afterwards. This ironically they didn't do that right away, make the LSRs into sleeves, but I don't know if that really makes a difference if instead it was on like on sleeves and on the cards, but I feel like that would be more accessible. Right? That would be more accessible on sleeves than it would be on cards. At least the cards are more expensive than sleeves. Anyone can get the fucking sleeves, right? So I don't know if that really would solve any problem. This summer, so I can sort of see the swimsuit theme, I guess. But it's not part of the actual like theme that they were going for, so whatever. The Leonor in a swimsuit? Yeah, they would lose their mind. They would lose their mind, say all these disgusting things, and no one would bat an eye. I'm just praying new Prism's vert support is not compatible to current Prisms. It will be 100% compatible. You will have to have both. 100%. The wedding dress alt arts, that was a real thing. Yeah, those are fine. Oh, strong wedding dresses. And then all horny playmats on their events, yeah. Just put Thegra and Eva in a swimsuit? Oof. I'm surprised they haven't done that. Honestly, I'm very shocked that they limit all that stuff to just lyrical. But the other thing we have here is this deck box and these playmats. So I'll probably get all the core stuff, honestly, with no exaggeration. That's that. Get bath and keep their sanitizers at home and else be disqualified. Yeah, September's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. We're just not ever. Our wallets are never gonna recover till the end of the year, and then at the start of the year, we're just screwed. It doesn't matter. But all right, I guess we have a new segment here for the stream. This is messages from the Drop Zone. That's the name of the Discord. So basically, before every stream, I just set up a post just to see if there's anything anyone from the Discord wants to talk about or wants me to, I guess, specifically to go over on stream. Whatever the case may be, something happened in the community, go over some card, whatever the case may be. Right? I ran a stream shoot would be Eva with more clothes than usual. It would be a little less because she has like the lab coat or whatever, so it would just be that minus it. But yeah, it's literally just her with a jacket. Yeah, exactly. So the Thugger one is kind of shocking. It just she has like actual other parts of her body are covered. So yeah. But all right, here is the thing we'll go over today. We just have one, which is how to get locals to start playing the game. The game, of course, being Vanguard. I can interpret locals however I wish because there are different ways to interpret this. So I'm assuming the way this is going to work out is that we're talking about a card game store that either supports Vanguard as a product, so they sell Vanguard, or they just don't sell Vanguard at all, right? I happen to have stores that do both of these situations, right? I have 2 stores in my area that have the same exact situation. I have one that currently still sells Vanguard product, but they don't do locals, and I have another one that completely stopped doing both locals and selling product, but they used to in the past. So the question is, I'm going to approach it from that perspective. Like, how would I approach going to these stores and making them have locals again? Locals essentially just being able to go to a card shop, buy Vanguard, play Vanguard, have tournaments for Vanguard. Right? First step, get a schedule reserved. That's not even the first step. So the first step to actually do this is you just got to get a bunch of bodies. Right? Because the only way that a shop will support Vanguard, I'm kind of just shooting shit here, right? I'm not like PhD or whatever, right? This isn't financial advice or anything like that. But the only way that a shop is going to support your card game is if a lot of people are playing your card game at the shop, right? So if you bring, if it's you and like 5 of your friends, ideally 8, 8 total, but if you get like you and like 7 of your friends or whatever, 7 people that play Vanguard to go to this shop to play Vanguard there, right? Because at any locals, any card shop, they have free tables that you can just walk in and sit. Please support the actual venue by like buying some product or snacks or whatever the case may be, but you can just show up and play. If you do that and make that a regular thing, you can literally either A, ask the owners or whoever if they can literally do a tournament for you. Doesn't have to be super official because literally it can't be official, so don't expect any promos or anything like that. That comes on way later. But they can literally run a tournament for you. If you have enough people there, they might be like, yeah, sure, whatever, right? Or if they're like, I don't want to do that, I just don't give a shit, I'm busy, whatever the case may be, you can just do it yourself, right? If you have like 4, whatever, as long as you have a space to play and you have people to play, that's a locals. You can go yourself on Battlefly, be a TO for the whole tournament, set up the brackets. You can't use Bushy Nav, unfortunately. Set up the bracket and play Vanguard. And as you do that, the shop will see, oh shit. If you have consistent numbers constantly, people will be like, oh shit, fucking Vanguard's popping. I can make money off of this. I can start charging $5 per person to play Vanguard, right? Next thing you know, you got a shop that plays Vanguard. So that's kind of about it. Make a team asteroid and take over the shop using the card game cop out. Yeah, but then they'd be like, we don't play Vanguard, so you can't actually take it over. I've noticed locals are starting to set schedules for tournaments with so many TCGs around. Yeah, they do that a lot here too. So that's going to be part of the issue, right? The shop might not pick it up because of other constraints, so they might end up having to do it at like a weird time if they have the time. That's just something you're gonna have to compete with. But Make sure people actually attend the locals as promised. Yeah, that's the biggest issue. You just have to get people that want to play Vanguard and get them to actually show up at the store to play Vanguard. That's more of the difficult part, I guess. It doesn't have to be from other TCGs specifically, because that's a whole different topic. It's just getting people in one area, multiple people in one area to play Vanguard. That's what you have to do. To have a consistent turnout with multiple people and show that there's interest in the game for official play. Exactly. That's exactly what you have to do. That's how it is. From here, we regularly get around 10 dudes, but always the same crowd. Getting the MTG bros to notice us is not possible. It's definitely possible. That's like a whole different like topic, right? That's a whole different thing. That's going into growing your community or like whatever. That's a whole different topic. This is just starting out, right? Trying to get fucking a stomping ground somewhere where you guys can actually call home for your locals. I know I heard that if Vanguard products aren't selling well, then they might stop hosting tournaments, hosting events around it. Yeah. Thankfully, right now, Vanguard products should be selling really well, right? Like, set 1 of Divines sold out super well in Japan. It sold out super well here to the point where we managed to do like an email campaign to get them to do a second printing of the set, which we're getting in August, right? Set 2 of Divines is looking really good as well. Set 3, I don't know. And set Lyrical, I don't know, right? I don't think they'll match those highs, which is why I'm a little bit worried. Because the way it works essentially is that Vanguard has to do banger after banger after banger for like 5 sets in a row for there to be more product available. Because essentially your shop will see how Vanguard's doing at the current time, and then they will order their product like 5 months in advance, right? So if right now Vanguard's asked, they're gonna be like, all right, I'll order like a box of this next set, not knowing, right, 5 months in advance, 5 months in the future, this set is crazy and you only order 1 box, right? But if they're in the middle of it, in the thick of it, right, and Vanguard's popping off, and they see 5 months from now, it's like, oh shit, I'm gonna order like 5 cases of this bitch because I'm gonna make a lot of money if it just keeps going how it is now. So that's why I'm a little bit like picky on set 3 and Lyrical, because I need those to be bangers, because I know 1 and 2 are bangers. 3 and Lyrical, I don't know how well they're gonna do comparatively, right? So you make friends to make the source still Vanguard. It's probably easier for me to move. Possibly, yeah, unfortunately. You gotta make friends and talk to people. I mentioned MTG specifically because the Pokemon crowd have different days and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is non-existent around here. Yeah, but it doesn't have to be specifically people that play other card games that have to then play Vanguard, right? So, fortunately, Vanguard is such a niche game that the best chance you have to grow locals is living in a city that's large enough to have a decent amount of players interested in the game or just interested in TCGs in general. But yeah, if you live in a small town, chances are slimmer, as local card shops in small towns are going to be even more apathetic toward buying into a very niche CG. 100%. So that's what I'm saying. You just gotta have to somehow get consistently a bunch of people to play the game, right? That's the only way that they're going to support it. Obviously that's a lot easier in other places than not, but that's the only real generic advice that I can give you. This kind of happened with Lyrical 4. Our locals got twice as much than they realistically need it. Exactly. And that's the issue that I'm concerned about. Oh, I forgot Festival Collection. So Festival Collection is another banger, right? So it's like set 1 banger, set 2 banger, Festival Collection banger. So now they're ordering for like set 4. So hopefully everyone that gets Festival Collection, see how good it is, they'll order a bunch for set 4, and hopefully set 4 is a banger, right? So hopefully it like curved correctly where like they bought set 3 and set 1 of Lyrical when Vanguard was like, they were unsure. So it like does okay. And then they're like overbooked for set 4, but then it like sells like hotcakes. We'll see. When I first tried to get into the game, I tried to go to multiple shops and found out none of them carried it. Yeah, that's unfortunately the issue. So if it's just you, it's gonna be really tough. You have to introduce people to the game. You can go to the shops and play. Maybe there'll be other people there that play as well, but yeah, it's really tough if none of the stores actually support it, which is more than often going to be the case, unfortunately. Man, the locals is dying as the entire Yu-Gi-Oh discourse right now. Really, I feel like locally the game is doing all right, but I don't know. Or at least from what I've seen of my locals, make friends and need to be in the same column as work IRL. Same thing, same exact thing. They just have to be adjacent from you, and then you guys do the talking, and then you shake the hands just like they do in Deer Days. If you're not MTG, Pokemon, or Yu-Gi-Oh, not so much right now. Then you're in niche CG. Not really. One Piece is doing really well. Digimon I don't think is super niche. Flesh and Blood is not niche. I mean, probably not. So, how many TCG shops are in my city? There's like 4 to 5 consistent one, and I checked stores in general is like 15. Yeah. Yep. Make use of Bushinavi also. Don't go on the site. Bushiroad sucks. Their site is super outdated, right? They have not updated their like store locator. Go on Bushinav. You will find a store from there 100%. If they have locals, they will sell product. Or go on Google Maps and try to find game stores, TCG stores, hobby stores, etc. Alright, I forgot about the Disney one, yeah. Are the 2 non-big 3 that managed to go above niche? At least, yeah, that makes 100%. I don't know about Lorcana as much. Not so much for Lorcana. I don't see a lot of people specifically playing Lorcana. I think, as expected, it might have actually gone into like the collector's market, but I don't know. Time to play a race. Which, if it's because of them doing the closing the gap, if Digimon players are actually pissed about that, they're stupid and entitled. Because that's amazing. If they're actually pissed about them actually closing the gap between both formats, then that's really stupid of them. Get 1 Leticia. Leticia copy, yeah. I will definitely be getting 4 and playing the deck if I can. Locally, they went from 12 guys weekly to maybe every 3 weeks there's 6 guys for a short tournament. It'll pick up once they get through this weird period, this transitioning period where they're trying to close the gap between English and Japan, and then I might actually want to pick up the game. Has big prize money as a factor? Yeah, I'm not shocked considering it's Disney, but Battle Spirits tried that too, and we all know how that worked out, so who knows. Yeah, it's funny because like that's come up for Vanguard a lot, where it's like we look at like Shadowverse and like all the other games that have these huge prize pools, and we like fucking get a card or some shit like that, and we're like, we want that. But then at the same time, those games aren't like doing crazy, right? Like that doesn't automatically entice players, right? Because Shadowverse isn't doing crazy numbers, even though they have cash prizes. Battle Spirits has cash prizes and it's not doing crazy numbers either. So it's not just that, right? Whereas like you could I'm pretty sure you can argue that Vanguard might be doing better than them, right? In terms of like their events, right? Their regionals and stuff like that. They're also free, which is a whole other thing, but I don't know. You can do like the Digimon. Nah, man, they need to close that gap, bro. I don't care. I don't care what they have to do to close the gap. I could give a shit. The game would be so much better off. I don't care. Has this weird thing. Has this weird thing too, but its OG creator Yu-Gi-Oh has this weird thing too, but its OG creator Takahashi's Wish. Where what's exactly? What are we talking about exactly? Oh yeah. Believe they eventually revive. Chaotic. You and you're chaotic. You and you're damn chaotic, bro. But alright. So that's that. That's the best I can offer in terms of starting on locals. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Oh, no cash prizing. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh would be in a completely different place if that was the case. Alright. The last thing I had today was just, we kind of already talked about it, but they released a unit story for the new girl. And they had these crazy high-res images of what I assume are going to be A, her ride line, B, her supporting units. Because they're just like huge, right? I've never seen such high-resolution images of card art. But, you know, we have this bird girl. We have this dog-looking girl. Wolf, fox, I don't know. We have this other bird girl who looks really pretty. She's probably gonna be like the grade 2 of the ride line, I'm guessing. And then this, I think, is gonna be the grade 1 here of the ride line. We don't know what the grade 0 is. Maybe this is like a support card here, this wolf girl, and then this is the grade 0, or maybe this is the grade 1. Right, this is the grade 2 and this is the grade 0. That seems more likely, honestly, because her wings are smaller. She has the more like younger face, so she might be the grade 0. Konami already shows you don't need cash pricing. Konami just sucks. Doesn't One Piece have no? Locana has cash pricing, right? I don't know about don't need, and doesn't One Piece have cash pricing? Or maybe they don't. I don't know. You got all your pics on yourself and wallpapers. Yeah. They look really nice. I think that's all I had. Yeah, and that's that. Then the last thing I guess I wanted to do was just take a look at the hell that is DZBTO2 pre-release. Let's take a look at that hellhole real quick. Let's play something different. I'm hearing this for the last hour. Yeah, that's decent. Well, it's not too loud. Let's put that down a little bit there. I don't think this has lyrics, so we should be fine. Yeah, I mean, technically it has lyrics, I guess, but maybe that's not distracting enough. I don't know. Alright, let's tell you with no vocals. This should be good, right? Yeah. Pretty sure this has lyrics also, but it's fine. Alright, let's go, Alright, sorry for the jump scare. Not mean to do that. Let's change this from chat to TCG player. There we go. Change this to fade. That doesn't happen again. Alright. Yeah, you missed the chaotic discussion. Don't look at French chat's prices. Oh, we're gonna look at them. We're gonna look at it. I wish one of the cards would show up here to make my life easier. Not for real. Let's find something that doesn't actually have vocals. It's just too distracting and I want to sing along. This works, this works. That was actually loud. Yeah, sorry about that. I have to change the volume. I don't know why it is on OBS. It's always loud as fuck. But then when I actually play the actual video file, that's like a normal volume. But I always have to make like a specific version that's like super low volume for it to like play okay. Zoom in here. And then we're like, yeah, there we go. All right. Let's take a look at this set here. Yeah. So again, this is pre-sale. I've said this a bunch of times. This is just pre-sale, pre-sale from before sellers even get their stuff. Sellers are getting their stuff like today, tomorrow, right? And then they'll start listing different prices. Some of them might have already gotten it. This was based on sneak peek prices. So I'll put that into perspective. Just wanted to see where things are shaking out, right? So like we know this is a common. There's no way it's gonna be $1. This is gonna be like 25 cents. Shelby's gonna be 25 cents. This girl, I don't know how she's gonna end up checking out. I'm surprised she's only 6. She's a triple rare, so that's interesting. This will definitely be nothing. What is your basic rarity? It's gonna be like 20-30 on release. Yeah, it's definitely go down to 20. I'm just so glad I ordered a lyrical playset. Blood My Hair is actually only at 15, which is kind of shocking. Was expecting this to be a lot higher, so this is gonna be kind of cheap, which is good. because I want to play this or get the pieces. It's looking like it's going to be a lot cheaper on release because, again, it didn't perform crazy well over in Japan. I'm expecting this to be way cheaper than it would have originally been. Yeah, they completely screwed up Gryanja's name. I'm really upset about it. I don't know why they couldn't just leave it the same, but they're doing their dumb shit. This should all be super cheap once we get to it. Pennies for all these guys. Can't wait to pick up the Solarian support as well. Yeah, he's already less than $2. He's gonna be 25 cents until he gets support or something like that. Even though this is one of the first things I'm gonna get from this set. This stuff, because I really like the deck. Wow. It's probably a spam call. I'm surprised this thing is expensive because it's a Eugene support card, so that's kind of weird. This I'm expecting to be about as much as Bladmire, honestly, so that makes sense. Ferris is probably going to be super cheap because heroes did not really see a lot of play in Japan, so a lot of people don't know too much about this. I don't expect any of the Punk Girl stuff to be expensive because they're all low rarity as well. This I'm hoping to really get my hands on. The Lascadia stuff might be kind of expensive. This one's kind of tricky because there's a lot of fans of Lascadia, so now that she's got support, it might be a little hard to get, so we'll see. A random A on the Punk Girls, did they? Oh, they didn't put the upside down A. Yeah. Which is kind of funny because now I don't know why they keep removing A's. Right? They took away Gryanda's A and I took the Flame G Girls A. Like, I don't understand the localization here. This is the really good thing about Zorga for this set is that you literally just need Zorga and Karma, and that's it. Right? Because the other thing you would need is like the common order, which is just gonna be a common, so that's super easy to get, right? But you just literally need to get Zorga in this, and you're good. You don't have to build the full deck, and I guess the Ride line, but that's also commons. So Zorga should be super easy to get, depending on how this shakes out. The fact that this is already less than Bladmire is good. So this should probably be like 7 on release or something like that, maybe even cheaper. So that's really good. I feel like the Lascadia stuff is going to be really cheap at launch, and then it's going to skyrocket once the Lascadia's fan starts getting their hands on it. This is going to be like 25 cents at some point. But I'll see if I'm going to scout out the FFR for this and see if I can get it for like $10 or something. You know, this set isn't as hype, ironically, right? Considering some things are really expensive. You know it's not as hype when the pre-sale box is like basically a normal price. Because remember, set 1 was like $100 per box. So this set is definitely a different kind of feel. You know, there's crazy good stuff, generic stuff. Like this set is actually really wild, but it's just overshadowed by all the other stuff that's coming out afterwards in terms of like hype, I guess, right? But this is really good to pick up, I think, for Lyrical. It's a nice generic card. I gotta also get the oh god, what the hell did he do to Rotovisor? What was his name? What the hell is Glanzel? That was not his name. He was what the hell was Rotovisor's name? There's definitely not those characters in it. Wish I could see what the other translation was, because it definitely was not that. Yeah, no one's using this girl, unfortunately. Maybe she's alright, I don't know, but yeah, she's not really seeing a lot of play. And you can definitely build a deck without her, I'll say that much. This is interesting to pick up in case Nirvana ever blows up, because this card is really good. This stuff's really cheap, unsurprisingly. This card's pretty decent. There's a common, but pretty cool. The Virginia stuff is also really cool to get for Dragon Empire. This card is also really good to pick up as a common, right, for Keter, because she just says whenever anything else is placed from your deck, this gets plus 10k. That's literally what Keter Sanctuary does. So she just has free 10k body. Here's the common one that I was talking about. You could even get this one, which is a rare. So Zorga's pretty easy to get. This is a really good order to get. Really good. It's a common. So this will be, you know, since I can't wait to get the Kyuka cards. Here's the grade 3 I was talking about before. You guys can see my mouse, yeah. I feel like this is decent. I feel like this isn't played in market, but I feel like it's decent, so I would pick it up. That's just me. This is probably gonna be kind of expensive. This is also something I really want to get. I managed to get an SR of this from Sneak Peek, and I can't wait to get more because he looks really pretty. I need to get more copies of this. This is a crazy card you should get for Brankgate. Pick these up if you can. This is Bubble Mine 2. Get these, please. I'm really happy with the Kyoko stuff from Divine Stew. Me too. I cannot wait to get my hands on the actual cards and actually play them finally. Should I buy the Skyridge cards or wait for Cope for the starter deck? Honestly, you can buy a playset of all the cards for less than $5 because the highest rarity is rare. So you could just get it and you'll be fine. I don't know if we're gonna get the deck. If the deck comes out, you're gonna need the deck because it has like 7 exclusive cards to it. But you might as well get it. I think the original was no. I don't think the deck has the. I think it has a new finishing move. It doesn't have the one that's in this set. I think. I might be wrong about that. But I would just get it anyways. Even if to just use it in a different deck, because the ride line is generic and you can use it in a different deck. It's my one piece of barrel support for the rest of the year. Here's Azim's Flagberg support and the other girl for the rest of the year. Sucks that Flagberg got fucking 2 cards. Barrel only got 1. The fuck? They couldn't give me a fucking rare? What the hell? Man. I had the worst time, bro, opening my Sneak Peek because I keep getting these damn quintets. Not that I have anything against the quintets. I just don't want to see them when I'm trying to pull a Bifrons or something like that. So. Zergo's double rare grade 1 is the most redundant card I've seen in ages. We're going to need something other than that to get 10k power boost. Yeah. Here's our boy Cristiano's card. Here's this. I would also pick this up. This is going to be pretty decent. Liel, if you play Ketu, you should get yourself a copy just in case for shenanigans. But she's going to be really expensive for a while. I would not pick this up right now. I feel like she will go down and skyrocket again once she like ends up being MLB with the other girl. We'll see. She's the best girl anyways, and she's Darkseid, so we'll see. At this rate, I'm probably going to end up with all of them. I keep fucking pulling them, so I'll have to build all of them, but we'll see. Good thing is, actually no, I was going to say, a good thing is I can just use the same sleeves, but never mind. They're all use completely different cards. This is also a good card for Lyrical. I would definitely pick this up just to have it. Definitely get this for Story. Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be for Lander Part 2, I can guarantee you. This is going to be super cheap. Super cheap. And then people are going to realize, oh, wait, this is a good effect. And it's going to be like $10 per copy. I guarantee it. I can guarantee it. That's where we go for Cristianos, but then I milled 2 heals and an OT in the final round. Yikes. Want to build her deck? Yeah, just buy it. Like, there's going to be a sweet spot after the set comes out and before the anime. Well, not even before the anime, but before we see like Liel Odium or whatever, where the deck is going to be really cheap, and that's where you can get it. What are the rules around third-party sleeves in tournaments? In locals, it doesn't matter. In regional tournaments, you're supposed to use Bushiroad sleeves, but they don't like super enforce it that much like crazy. I've seen literally people with Yu-Gi-Oh playmats and sleeves, so it depends on how strict they are. If they're recording it or anything like that, you definitely have to change your sleeves. You know, before a festive collection. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I forgot about the hostage stuff. Yeah, so never mind. She's always going to be expensive. No hope. I'm sorry. This is an insane card. Pick this up. I managed to pull an FR of this. Pick this up ASAP. She's insane. I'm gonna keep an eye on this, but I'm sorry. As soon as she gets anywhere decent, I'm gonna buy like 100 copies of her. Excuse me. I'm surprised this is so expensive. I am shocked this is so expensive. Because I was expecting this to be another Philander kind of thing, but no, it's actually pretty expensive. So that's interesting. I definitely want to get this in SR. It's gonna be the first SR in the hero deck. Look at that shit, bro. That's crazy. This is a triple rare in SR, and it's only $4. Whew, boy. That full. I might have to get the FR for Ferris because the rest of my deck is FR. I don't know. I'll probably get both because heroes, but we'll see. Ooh, wow, $10 Carmen for SR, not bad. But yeah. As soon as in July, so it's gonna be in those 2 weeks. Yeah, it's a wrap. I'm definitely gonna get this in SR. I'm gonna get the FFR if it's like dumb cheap, just for the sake of this is probably gonna be dumb cheap. But this looks beautiful in SR. I'm definitely gonna be getting this. She actually looks really nice in FR. I need to get a bunch of these, unfortunately, because Dark States. Right, I need like literally 12 copies of these, but we'll see. I need to get a bunch of these as well. I want to get this fella too. Oh, I forgot he comes in SR. Oh man, damn. He looks really good in SR. Damn, forgot. Oh man, I gotta get that fella in SR. Yeah, the SR for this looks beautiful. A lot cheaper than I thought it was gonna be, ironically. This looks nice in SR as well. This looks hideous in FR. This looks cool in FR. I still think this card is pretty good too. This is another card you should get for Lyrical. Insane. This looks really cool in SR as well. This guy looks really cool in SR. All the SRs are amazing. Probably gonna end up getting this, honestly, instead of the normal one. I pulled one of these SR, and I can't wait to get 3 more because I really like. I'm a big fan of the artist that did this because she actually didn't. I don't know if you've done Vanguard before, but she's done like other card games and stuff, and I used to follow her, and she just suddenly did a Vanguard card, which is dope. Get yourself your broccolis. I'm surprised this is $10. That's crazy. Let's see, intense play in Japan. Wallster builds, so that's why. Yeah, I just thought it was more under the radar, but oh well. Guess wow, that's $10. You out of your damn mind. It's a great card, but that's crazy. Whew, $150 fucking dollars. Yeah, this probably looks insane in FFR. That sucks. This fella, yeah, I didn't see the normal version of him. So this fella is gonna be worth a lot. He's something you can actually pick up because his first fact is actually generic. Might actually see playing something else. Definitely want to pick this up, man. I'm telling y'all, you're gonna regret it. That looks kind of decent. Surprised that corner citrus is not more expensive. Yeah, that's another one that's kind of under the radar. Oh god, you need this for like max rarity dark states, and I hate that so much. But I'm gonna just settle for SR. This looks pretty cool in SR. There, $100. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Nobody playing this shit. This shit's not gonna be $100. This is gonna be like $2 in 3 weeks, bro. Unbelievable. I can't believe they would set this shit for $100. Not even $30. Like, he will be nothing. I need this fella in FFR because I know he's gonna be dirt cheap, and the FFR looks so sick. $100 my ass, bro. Fuck out of here. I'm about to like never buy from whatever seller set this first price at $100. Hopefully no one bought it. If someone bought it, then we're in trouble, right? If someone caved, we're fucked. All right, no one bought it, so we're good, right? That's the good part. Because once people buy it, the first person that buys a card at a high price, they set the bar, and we're fucked. It's gonna be the new order package components. Is that the guy that I've been pointing out? No, it's not. Looking at these Seeks is making me want to seek for Thegria. Oh, that'd be sick. Want to wait to build Black Buyer so my wallet can at least breathe? Yeah. I feel like he's gonna be kind of cheap after a bit. Well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I like playing this in Kyoka, but I might end up dropping. I don't know. But I have to pick that up. SR is the same as the FFR, which is crazy. I gotta get these. I bought a bunch of FFR Solarians because they were dumb cheap also. So I have 4 of them. This looks really pretty. But yeah, this is probably gonna see a lot of. Well, maybe not this one, because it's Keter. They don't use that many orders, but it's possible. This looks really cool. This looks really ugly. This looks really pretty. I really want to get this because I have a pretty high rarity Prism Dark accidentally, so I might end up having to get these in SR. Not that price, but we'll see. There she is, Bifrons. I gotta get an SR. Ugh, I gotta get this fella and I can't believe the SR is cheaper. That's wild. But I gotta get this fella in SR. I have to see what rarity I want my Valenos. This is $400. Yeah, not surprising. This is gonna be an SR. This probably looks insane in FR, depending on how the foil lines up. I pulled 3 Blood Miners off 1 pizza box. That's whack. Meanwhile, all I got was a fucking bunch of pets, bro. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. How big is the difference on the order comment? Yeah, but I don't know if you could actually. I don't know if it's worth it. For this is what fucking grand it should have been, but the FFR looks ugly. I'm still gonna get it when she's like $2, just for the sake of getting the FFR when she's cheap. But yeah, I don't really like it. This actually, I'm surprised this is so cheap. I kind of want to get this one. I already have one SR, but she actually doesn't look that bad in FR, but we'll see. Yeah, this is gonna be dumb cheap also. I get this fella in SR. I don't know why the hell is broccoli so expensive. They must be trying to put it in Lincoln Organ. That's the only thing I can think of. Alright. That is that. That is what your pre-sale prices are looking back. Again, not financial advice, but as I always say, don't buy pre-sale unless it's something like an SR, FFR, something that's really cheap. Keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for that starting tomorrow when more sellers start posting their stuff. That's when, you know, there'll be a lot of listings and the prices will start going up or down. Probably down. And they'll go way, way down on Friday when the set actually releases and every seller can put up their stuff. Basically Friday morning is really good to get cards, but also Saturday night. Not Saturday night. Friday night and Saturday morning is a really good time to try and get your stuff, because that's when the most sellers put up all their shit and they try to compete with each other and lower the price. That whole week after that is also going to be really cheap, give or take. But then once the week after 4th of July comes, everything's going to come back up. Is usually how it goes. So also remember, in August we're getting a reprint of set 1, so don't fret if you can't get any energy cyclers or anything like that. You're going to be able to get them. Presumably there will at least be more stock of them coming soon. Time is when either Ideal 88 or 50 cards stocks in, so it's going to be Vulture mode. Yeah, he's probably not going to stock them until like Wednesday after the set release or something like that. But alright, I will I'll plug the Discord one more time. I don't know why the thing is all over there. I don't know why it's backwards. I don't know what I did to my keyboard where it's typing in reverse, so it's probably not even going to register correctly, but whatever. Okay, there it is, yeah. So yeah, join the Discord, guys, and we can talk. We'll be back Thursday for Second Tia or whatever. Hopefully we'll find out how to say her name. Thursday gonna be the brand new Lyrical Girl. I don't know if we're getting prisons that same day. I think that's gonna be next Tuesday, and then the Thursday after that they'll probably open the set. Yeah, but we'll talk about her on Thursday. Maybe we'll do some CFA testing. I don't know. We'll see. Depends how much stuff we have to talk about. If anything crazy happens between now and then. And new videos finally coming back. I'll remember to be a content creator in July. We'll have some new videos on the channel, so look forward to that. And I think that's it. I think we'll call it here today. Thanks everyone for coming out. It's a really good stream. I have to talk about Kyoka and Lutetia. Cannot wait to pick up Kyoka for set 2 and then pick her up again for this set. But alright. I'll stop for a second. There we go. Japanese streams to see how they pronounce it. Yeah, me too. Honestly, I would be doing the same. But all right, we'll talk either in Discord or we'll talk on Thursday when we stream again, or when I stream again. Not we. I guess we. However you want to look at it, it doesn't really matter. But in any case, till then, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever the case may be. Take care of yourselves and each other. Play Vanguard and have yourself a damn good one. Bye!